Hello, my name's Carole and this is my channel Sew Carole. I talk about sewing mainly, a little bit about life, but today I want to talk about FBA. My question that has been burning in my mind for the last couple of years is, do I need an FBA? An FBA, before I go any further, is something that I didn't even know what it meant until about a year ago when I started watching more Friday Sews and more YouTube sewing creators talk about a full bust adjustment. Now, if you have a dart on a woven fabric, it's a lot easier, but quite often you didn't need one if it's a knitted garment because, of course, knits stretch. Now, what's been happening is the t-shirts that I made a couple of years ago are just becoming tighter and tighter. Now, I know I have increased in bra size the last couple of years, which is probably the problem. And what I tried to do last year was just go a size up in the pattern. Now, I'm particularly talking about this pattern here, which has been my go-to TNT for a t-shirt. I've made it for years. I tried to go up size and that just didn't work at all because it fits nicely on the shoulders. I've got one here and I think this was one as well. So when I started looking at FBA, I typed into my phone, do I need one? And it's very controversial because a lot of people are saying if you're a certain cup size, then you need one, or if the measurement between your upper bust and your full bust measurement is a certain amount different, then you definitely need one. Well, that didn't work for me. So I thought I'm just going to have to try it. So what I did, basing it on this pattern, which I know I have a problem with, and I'll show you what I mean, is this one I made last year, and you can see there's a bit of tightness there. It's always tight under the arms now, and it's very tight across the chest. So what I did, I had a lot of this knitted fabric. It was actually a sheet that I thrifted from Goodwill, and it's got about the same amount of stretch in as a cotton jersey. It's not like a viscose jersey, so it's not got a lot, but I thought I'd give it a go. Now, there are many tutorials out there, so many tutorials and different ways of doing it, but this is me. And I wanted the simplest way possible and the quickest way because I am somebody that can normally just get a pattern out of an envelope and just make it up, and it's okay. So what I thought I'd do is I would recreate this. So I cut one back, the two sleeves, I cut one front normally, and then I made the adjustment and of the FBA. Now I'm going to show you quickly in a video what I did, but it isn't a tutorial. I copied one from Alexandra Morgan, which I think was posted about 6 years ago. I did look at a few of them are confusing to me, but this one seemed to be the simplest and the quickest. So I gave that one a go. So I will link the channel down below. There's also a very good one that I came across from Tomcat Stitchery, which I know a lot of people follow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and see what you think. So this is what I've done so far. I've put together the front, the back, and I put the sleeves on, but I've basted it all. I haven't sewn it properly. And this is what I get. Now this is the standard result from this t-shirt. It looks fine, but as you can see, this bit is tight here and I get these lines here. I mean, it's perfectly wearable, but I tend to find myself sort of doing that a bit. But yeah, you can see the tight lines. Back isn't too bad. But that's what I've found I've been getting. This just being a little bit tight under the armhole. So as I've said, I've basted it all. So this is the original front. What I'm going to do now is, based on, to unpick it all, and I didn't want to waste fabric, hence I haven't cut two t-shirts. I'm going to unpick it all and I'm going to put the other front on and see if it makes a difference. And I normally reduce that down as well, but that's not going to have any effect on this bit. So let's see how that makes any difference. I have retraced out the front onto some pattern tracing paper, and as you can see, I've drawn 3 lines. So I have the line from the side seam horizontal to the apex and through, and the line from the apex up to the shoulder seam. And as you can see, I've split it. So I am now able to hinge this apart. So I'm going to pick this piece up and put it back on the pattern paper and tape it down. I've taped down the pattern piece from the bottom layer downwards onto the extra tracing paper, and that enables me then to hinge this up and down. Now the idea is that she says that you hinge this part here 3/4 of an inch for about 1 centimetre for each cup size. Now I'm only going to do one, so the distance between there to there is about 1 centimetre. So I'm going to tape all that down. This does move this part ahead of the other, so that means that this centre fold line will move across a bit. And because I'm only doing just 1 centimetre, I'm not going to have too much problem with the length because I can ease in the extra bit. I'll show you what I mean when I tape it all down. So what we've created here is we've got about a centimetre gap from here to here, 3/8 of an inch for the 1 cup size. That has meant that this part here comes over a bit. So I've got a new centre fold line. But I also have created like a dart here. Now, because it's only a small amount and I only did the 1 cup size, I can easily ease that in. So when I put the front onto the back, from this portion here, I will just ease in that extra bit there. So just by stretching it and easing it. And that's easy to do, and it's not going to affect the length. If it was any more than that, she says you then have to adjust the bottom, but that's on her video. So now I can recut this pattern, and that's given me the extra bit of room here that I needed. Okay, all done. I unpicked it all and I put the new front on. Now, before I filmed this, I went back and had a quick look at my other video so I can get a better comparison, because initially I didn't think there was any difference, but actually there is. It's not 100% conclusive, but what it has given me with this new frontage is just a little bit more room. It's not so tight under the arms, and I don't seem to be getting the drag lines. It's also made it just a little bigger here, which is actually, I mean, this t-shirt needs hemming and bringing up, it's a bit long, but it's actually giving it a bit more space here, which is perhaps what I needed as well, because the other one was a bit tighter under there. I think it's made it look a more comfortable fit. It's certainly not tight under the arms anymore, and although I've got one line there, it doesn't seem to be as bad as it was. I did the adjustment to make it supposedly 1 cup larger. It was only a centimetre in it. I'm going to put all the details below of the tutorial I followed, because there's a million out there, and I got very confused looking at them all and working out which was the best. And knowing me, I like something quick and simplistic, and this is the one I chose, but I'll put the details down below. But so in conclusion, I think it's a more comfortable wear. It certainly didn't take too long to do. For this particular pattern that I've used a lot, then I think it would work, and I would probably just use it going forward, because it's not made it so tight under here, and it's made it just a little more comfortable on the arms. And obviously it's a t-shirt, so you want it to be slightly fitted, and it's still nice on the sides. I don't like it tight on the sides. So for me, it was a win, and I will definitely do it again. Now, all I need to do is completely unpick this and sew it up properly, because obviously it's all basted for now, because it is a nice fabric. So I hope that's helped you if you've been in the same situation as me, is you've heard about it, haven't given it a go, But as you can see, I think I'm going to do it in future, definitely for that pattern, and then see how other patterns come out. It didn't take that long to do, and it's just made it a little better result. So thank you for joining me. I do hope you find this interesting. If you want to watch any of my other videos, I normally post on a Friday with #FridaySews. I will put the playlist there, and also I sometimes do some patterns on the Lutterlow system. I'll put the playlist for that as well. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye.